Oh, good. Oh, what the? Why is the game not in? What the heck? Oh, okay, where's my game? Oh no, where's my game? Where's my game? There you go. Hi everyone, good evening. Sorry about this. It's a bit of a later stream than usual. It's a bit loud in my headphones. It's a bit of a later stream than usual because I had some technical difficulties, and it's a Wednesday. You know, Wednesday is always going to be an iffy time for me. But how's everybody doing? I'm finally here. We are going to be playing Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. So the reason why I picked this game is because when I was looking through the list of the games that I have not finished, I stumbled across this game where I got the achievement of finishing Chapter 1, but somehow I logged in 31 hours. I don't know how that happened because I have no memory of this game. So, I also haven't played a JRPG in a while, so I'm thinking maybe I should try it a bit, you know, because we're always about doing things different every now and again so that you get, you know, you don't get bored. And I always like myself a good JRPG. Pretty. Hi. Daddy's really late. Oh, I don't want to call anyone Daddy. I even got a message from home saying, from the guild saying he'd be home today too. Oh, he didn't die, did he? That's so sad. And Shara's gone traveling around the kingdom on some kind of training. What's he missing? I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice with my staff a bit more before dinner. Oh, I didn't spell. Oh, okay. Honey, hey, I'm home. Oh, is your mom gone? Daddy. Sorry to have kept you waiting, Estelle. Did you take good care of the house while I was away? I'm not gonna get. Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble, Daddy? You didn't get hurt fighting the bad monsters, did you? Nope, I'm fit as a fiddle. It reminds me though, I brought you a present. Really? What kind of present? A new fishing pole, sneakers, something for my training? Maybe I raised you wrong, Estelle. Aren't little girls supposed to like clothes and jewelry? I like pretty clothes, but they just get dirty. And jewelry breaks when you go play outside with it on. Anyway, Daddy, what's the big blanket? Is that my present? Oh, you're a sharp one. Now, why don't you go have a look? You brought a child home as a present? That's a little fucked up. What? Well, here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you? What the fuck? What? Why is my present why is your present a human being? Don't make such a fuss or you'll wake him up. Wake him up? You mean he's still alive? Did you think he was dead? You think your father was gifting you a corpse? Looks kinda dead if you ask me. I've treated his wound so he should be in stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed. So if you wouldn't mind heating a kettle of water at the stove, I'd appreciate it. Okay, you got over that so quickly. Oh my god. He sure sleeps soundly. And he almost looks the same age as me. This is the first time I've ever seen black hair like that too. He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair, and a pair of amber eyes to go with it. That's nice and all, but how about you come and clean and fess up? Fess up? Yeah, who is this kid anyway? See, she's a sharp kid. You don't just randomly bring a random This guy's a kidnapper, I think. And why is he hurt? Why did you bring him to our house? Is he an illegitimate child or something? Did you betray mom? Okay, mom. Where have you been picking up these kinds of words? No doubt from Sherazard, I assume. Yep, that's right. For heaven's sake, that girl's gonna get me into trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. I actually just met this boy while I was out in business. I don't even know his name. You mean Bracer business? Something like that. Oh look. Huh? He's waking up. That's so sus. It's a little fucked up. Wow, his eyes really are the color of amber. Where am I? So you're awake now, are you? Welcome to my humble home. You'll be safe here, so please just try to rest. What are you trying to pull, huh? You must be out of your mind. Why didn't you just leave me out there to die? Why? Now that's a question I don't know how to answer. Does things just work out that way work for you? Don't toy with me, Cassius Bright. Oh, he knows his name. Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in? Hey! Don't do that! You're shouting a lot for someone who's supposed to be hurt. Running your mouth like that's just gonna make it longer for your body to heal. And just who are you supposed to be? I'm Estelle. Estelle Bright. She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you that I have a daughter your age? Now that you mention it. Wait a minute, don't try and change this up. Don't injure him. Ow! Quit yelling. Alright already. But you jumping on me like that isn't going to make me heal any faster either. I don't hear you yelling, do I? Look, jumping on me like that is just going to make things worse. Do I hear yelling? Never mind, just forget it. Sort of advice would be wise not to argue with Estelle while you're in this house. Even I wouldn't stand a chance if I made her mad enough. I think the game audio is a bit low. Hang on. Oh, the game audio turns off when I click off. Okay. By the way, aren't you forgetting something? Huh? Your name. You know the people call you? I told you mine already, so it would be unfair. It would be unfair and impolite not to tell me yours. Do I go with speed? It's a logical thing to do if you ask me. Try to hide now, it only serve you to your detriment. Fine. My name is... Oh, I don't get to name myself. Okay, that's good. I would have named myself something stupid like Broly. I almost thought that I was Candy. It's a harmonica. You know, I haven't played my harmonica in a while. Fun fact, chat, I play harmonica. Oh. I played with a harmonica. I suck, by the way. It's so pretty, though. Trails in the sky. Woo. Oh, it's the young boy. Now he's harmonica. Now they're older. Well, of course, I guess playing as... Well, I guess a lot of games do let you play as children. He hasn't aged at all. A piano! A gun! A large man! Are those the trails in the sky? Oh, that's an airship. Oh. Why do I have no memory of this game? I played 31 hours. I think I last opened this like 8... No, not 8 years ago. It couldn't have been 8 years ago. When was the last time I opened this before this? I'll have to double check. Bird. Do I get to play as the bird? Ooh, it's gonna be a mechanic class, I think. That was Cloud. Play from behind. I think the last time I played, like, a JRPG was Yakuza. That's more like an action RPG. I think this is more turn-based. I can't remember. I really want to play Chrono Trigger now that I think about it. I don't feel like side characters. Okay, so I counted. We're gonna have about 8 playable characters. I'm guessing it's gonna be the 8 playable characters, 4 structure kind of thing. Woo! Yay! Trails in the sky. Woo! Woohoo! Are we still alive? Egg. Oh, it's so bright in here. I slept like a rock. That's me and Dad's turn to cook this morning. I wonder if that means Joshua's still in bed. Nope. Joshua's awake. Ah, guess that's a no. Well, I guess I better get myself ready then, too. I miss these graphics. Nice, Joshua. Bravo. Good morning, Estelle. Hope I didn't wake you. Nah, I was already up when I heard you start to play. Can't believe how awake you are, though. Even a rooster still have bags under their eyes. Not that I mind, but with that siren song, just gently lulling this beautiful woman from her slumber. What do you mean, woman? We're the same age and I'm hardly a man. How wrong you are, Joshua. We may be the same age, but I am clearly the woman of the house. And that makes you something like my loyal follower. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, how fortunate for you. You could at least try and sound a tiny bit sincere. It really is a nice tune, though. Cheerful and somehow wistful. I like your other songs too, but this one's my favorite. What's it called again? The Whereabouts of Light. That's right, The Whereabouts of Light. I wish I could play the harmonica like you, Joshua. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks. Compared to what it takes to use a staff, I think the harmonica is much easier. It's really just a matter of concentration. You're probably right. I guess my problem is just that if I don't do something that uses my whole body, I start to feel drowsy. I get you, Estelle. Okay, playing the harmonica is fine and all, but how about getting some exercise too? All your hobbies are sitting around kind of stuff, like reading and music. No girl's gonna be impressed with just that. Some women will be. Well, excuse me for being so unpopular with the ladies. Although I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who loves fishing, collecting bugs, and a fetish for sports shoes? A lot of boys! That's enough talk about hobbies for now. You guys are assholes. Okay, well, I guess they are young, so it's fine. And for your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago. Really? I'll believe that when I stop finding beetles in the hallway. Hey, Estelle! Joshua! Morning, Dad. Morning, Dad. Is breakfast ready? It's ready and waiting. He has not aged at all. Why don't the both of you hurry on down before it gets cold? Okay, I'm on my way. Thanks for the grub, Dad. Boy, am I stuffed. Oops, sorry. Are you eating or inhaling, Estelle? Like people say, kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot. Well, make sure you get enough to eat. Don't forget to pour that energy into your work too. That reminds me. You two are finishing up your training at the guild today, aren't you? That's right. It'll be a review of everything you've learned up to this point. Hang on. Sorry. Someone is messaging me again. People don't really message me like this late in the evening unless it's important. It's usually important. I have usually either forgotten something or fucked something up. Okay, I unfortunately not fucked anything up. Everything seems decent. Alright. Okay, just like send me something back. These are okay. It's usually, not really work related, but like other stuff related. And once you're finished, really braces just like you, Dad. That means I'm not going to let you treat me like a kid anymore either. You still lack understanding, Estelle. You can only be a junior bracer in the beginning. Or in other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work extra hard in your training to become a full-fledged bracer. Well, I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I pass you too. That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we? Let's not start a rivalry here, you two. And Estelle, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on today, remember? Huh? Wait, what test? Please tell me that you didn't forget about the test, Estelle. You know, the one that checks whether or not we've mastered the skills we've been learning and training? Don't you remember Scare always saying that if you fail, we'd be stuck with a ton of extra homework? Or Shara? Crap, totally forgot. Now that you mention, I guess I kind of remember saying something like that. Don't sweat it. I'm sure we'll manage somehow or other. I honestly don't know how you've survived this long and stuff. Your brain is like a seed. Papa is sad. How could any child of mine end up with such a careless, over-optimistic personality? You're the one that raised me, so I definitely got it from you. I swear the two of you act so much alike, but whatever. We should probably head over to the guild soon, Estelle. Shadow's gonna be waiting for us there. Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy scary she gets when someone keeps her waiting. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything in particular you'd like to eat, Dad? Any requests? Something I'd like to eat, huh? How about Rouen-style scalloped fish in a balsamic vinegar sauce? What's that? I think it's a little more than Estelle's cooking skills can handle, or our stomachs. You're right, I just want to see what kind of reaction I could get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and omelette. No need for anything fancy, but do try to make something edible. How rude! But I can't actually say he's wrong. Actually, I do have one favor to ask before you head out. I'd like you to pick up a copy of Liberal News from the general goods store. Liberal? Okay, I'll do Liberal. They're supposed to be getting the latest edition today. Got it. One copy of the Liberal News from general goods store. Receive 500 euro. If there's any money left over, you can have it as your allowance. However, that means no wasteful spending. Alright, thanks, Dad. Okay, we're heading out now. See you later, Dad. Work hard and give Sherazard my regards. Oh wow, why am I moving so fast? I'm zooming, whoa! The Elise Highway. Can I look at my stuff? Oh. Okay. Okay, that opens my menu. Okay. Tactics, oh, okay, I see. Well, I'll figure out the system. Oh, I can move this thing. Okay. I'm guessing Selkie is a unit of distance here. Estelle, rolling is in the opposite direction. You're not seatbelting again, are you? How about you just be quiet and keep your comments to yourself? My bad. I wanted to explore. I think another JRPG I played recently was Atelier Raita. Oh, everything got tiny. Oh wait, no, that's not us. Those are actual small people. Why is that person walking the wall? Huh. Looks like we made good time. Not too early or too late either. We just barely graduated from Sunday school. I never dreamed we'd have to study so hard to become bracers. Well, you're in luck. Today is our last day of training. Truth be told, you're the one who signed up to be a bracer in the first place, so I don't know why you'd expect to get away with any less effort. Oh yeah, guess I did. Alright then, let's get to it and make it through this last hazing from Sherazard, alright. You look ready to me. Let's go even share at the Bracer Guild over there then. Can I go? Oh, I can, okay. Wait, I need to pick up first. I should pick up the general goods, alright. Give me the, Liberal News, of course. Haha, you're even a big collector of those shoes have. I'm afraid these figures aren't out yet. If you're after the latest issue of Liberal News, though, I should have them around noon, huh? That's right in the middle of our training at the guild house. We'll stop by again after our training is over. Sure, I'll be waiting for you. Okay, sorry. Can I shop? Buy. Oh, you can buy food. Okay. I guess you can cook. Horribles. Roland Landing. Okay, am I supposed to be here? I feel like I'm not supposed to be here. Yeah, I feel like I went the wrong way. Whoops. I'm always so bad with directions. Hell yeah. I know the feeling of like oversleeping due to cold ones. Alright. let's go back to the city. I'm reminded a lot of like old school Ragnarok. Oh, I went to the chapel. We have to go to school. I don't know if we're supposed to be at the mayor's residence. Oh, no, sorry. Save. 2018 was the last time I opened. I don't remember any of this. Yeah, I'm saving over it. What do you want? 2018 was the last time I played this game. That's so long ago. What the I wasn't even at this current job that I have right now. Holy crap. Guild House in South Avenue. Alright. Horrible Bracer Guild. There you two are. Good morning, Estelle. Good morning, Joshua. Good morning, Aina. Good morning. Is Shara here already? Yes, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll finally be recognized as members of the Bracer Guild. Good luck to the both of you. Thanks. We'll do our best. How did I get 31 hours and only be level 15? What the fuck happened? Shara. Sherazard, the Star and the Hanged Man, the Hermit and the Magician, and last of all, inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this? Good morning, Shara! Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua, this is a rare occasion for the both of you to show up so early. Since the last day of training, I figured why not? I'm ready to get the show on the road and become a bracer myself. I'll give you credit for your enthusiasm, but I'm gonna work you hard today in every way I can to think of to make sure that high-spirited attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready. I can feel the enthusiasm dropping already. Quiet, you. Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. This training is my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out of your ears like it usually does. Ah, Joshua, Shara's picking on me. Don't worry, Shara. While Estelle may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework, Axe Rashi is overly naive and has a tendency to stick her nose to everything. Your instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an orbment with some practice. Eventually. Probably. I guess there's not much I can do except hope for the best. Hold on a sec, Joshua. Somehow I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me. He was. Or he was. He was saying all your good qualities. Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best traits accurately. Whatever. By the way, Shara, what were you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face was really intent. Oh, this? I was just trying to get a vague reading about what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly. You couldn't read the cards? That's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound the meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. But that's not important now. I think it's time we start your final training. You know, I kind of remember a game that I played growing up. I don't remember all of it, but I remember I think it was a game called Lunar Legend for the Game Boy Advance. I don't think I ever finished it. It was also a JRPG that I really enjoyed, but like, you know, I kind of just sucked at finishing stuff back then. Okay, so also like, to be clear, another problem that I had was like, this is my first time like really owning a PC. Growing up, the PC that I had belonged to my parents, and the only time I was able to actually get a PC that did not belong to my parents was when my brother won one in a competition, and that was our shared PC. Well, it was his, but I used it a lot too. But yeah, so what ended up happening was when he moved out to college, that's when it became my PC pretty much, and only when I hit college did I manage to get a laptop for college, and that laptop used to electrocute me a lot, which is why I swapped it out eventually. But I only really got a desktop PC around the time that I quit my first job and got signed into another job, which was, you know, kind of good because Around that time was when the pandemic. Okay, well, I guess I can talk about that. I got it around the time the pandemic hit. My first PC, this one, and well, not this one because I have upgraded a few components of it. But yeah, my first PC I got it around 2020, sorry, 2021 more because 2020 was chaotic. 2020 was I got 2020 was 2020 was rough. Let's just say that it was rough for everybody. So it was like that was around the time when I first got my PC. But yeah, so that PC was the only time I really got to like play much games other than the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color that I got. The Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy Color. Again, the Game Boy Advance was not mine; it was my brother's. That's the only time I could really play much games. But yeah, so like for reference, that's what I mean by saying that I don't really get to play too many games. My Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Pokemon days, that was what I had. I'll give you a brief rundown of all the information we've covered in your previous training. This is the minimal level of knowledge the racer should have in order to function effectively. And Estelle, make sure you pay especially close attention to what I'm going to say. Yeah. What would you like orbments? Orbments are mechanical devices which operate by using what is known as orbital energy. A variety of effects can be produced depending on their structure and the type of quartz or processing septum installed. Although it's only been about 50 years since their invention, these devices have been integral in all facets of life, from lights, heaters, and everyday products to weapons, magic, and even airships. In connection, this technological reform is commonly known as the Orbital Revolution. Orban Revolution. The Bracers are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect civilians and maintain the stability of their respective regions. They aid the community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. The Bracer Guild, which has established branches across the continent, manages the affairs of the Bracers in each kingdom. Liberal Kingdom. The Kingdom of Liberal, in which we live, sits in the western half of the Zamorian continent and abounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. Liberal is proud to be one of the leading producers of septium on the continent and is known for its high level of technology used to develop orbments. Orbment technology has been a key pillar of support for Liberal in protecting its independence as it's contended with neighboring nations. 10 years ago, when Liberal was invaded by the Erebonian Empire, it was the use of orbital-powered airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Consequently, even now our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive, but thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Liberal enjoys peace. Okay, that's all. Let's see. Since we've got a mountain of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook this time with a condensed review. I'm going to speed things up now and moving on to the practical portion of your training. Shara? How's today's practical training any different from the training we've done before? Since it's practical, that means you'll be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have the both of you run through everything as if it's for a real bracer job. So what you're saying is there won't be any studying at the desk involved? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time you'll have to go out and make physical effort to accomplish your task. I'll make sure you have to work up a sweat, so I hope you're ready. Yes, that's seriously just what the doctor ordered. I didn't know what I was going to do if I had to sit another day with my tush parked at a desk. I guess I got all worried for nothing. Well, suddenly you're all bright and cheerful, Estelle. Let's just hope that smile on your face lasts until the end of today's training. Okay, let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we? Let's have at it. Your first objective will be to confirm the details of the job you will be performing. Before that, there's something that we need to give the both of you. Aina, are they ready? Yes, they are. Alright, you two, go get one each for yourselves. These are very important, so make sure not to lose them. Receive Bracer Notebook. Bracer Notebook serves as the official way to record the status of your current jobs. Also, anything you may hear or anything you may find and where, these kinds of trivial things can often become clues. No matter how insignificant something may seem, always write it down. Understood. Crap, this sounds like it's going to be a pain. Oh? Please tell me it was my ears playing tricks on me because I swear I only got one response. I'm sure there were two. Keeping an accurate account of all events is important duty for all bracers. So get to the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it really is, Estelle. Okay, I got it. Make sure you do. Alright then, let's begin. Look over there by the door. You can see there's a bulletin board standing there. Oh, I can accept missions here. That's gonna be fun. First, I want you to go and check the job description posted there. Training retrieved. Day 500 meters. The treatment involves searching the sewers beneath the toilet and bringing back the contents of a chest. Alright. Very good. It looks like you were able to see this posted without any trouble. Checking the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions of very strict performance on their job. Checking regularly to see whether or not there are any urgent tasks which need immediate attention. It's also an important duty for Masons. Sorry. Man, all this talk about duty is starting to cramp my style. Sure, there are a lot of rules to follow, but there's an equal level of responsibility in the jobs themselves. I think being a bracer calls for someone much more than just someone with a half-hearted attitude. I guess you're right. I'll just have to be more motivated. Is that so? Had a change of heart, have you? You betcha! Well, before all our motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your next task. What will we be doing this time? We'll be heading across the street to Mr. Melder's Orbital Factory and learning about how to use its services. He has graciously taken time out of his work schedule to explain things, so make sure to be on your best behavior. Okay. Here's where you will learn how to use an Orbital Factory services. At an Orbital Factory, you can modify your orbments and synthesize support quartz in order to use the Orbital Arts. Arts have a wide range of effects and mass which can be extremely helpful. The bracer business is a pretty risky occupation, so the guild has a long-standing relationship with these Orbital Factories. Anyway, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical difficulties to the expert. Now, so Mr. Melders, if you wouldn't mind taking over from here. No problem, leave everything to me. So what is it that you would like to know about orbments? Orbments are mechanical devices which exhibit an array of effects through the installation of various types of quartz. By definition, that means that lights, airships, and so on are types of orbments. However, the ones we will be discussing today are battle orbments, which enhance the user's physical abilities and make it possible to use magic. Since each orbment is adjusted to match the owner's personal aptitude, the structures for these devices also differ for each owner. Simply put, the shape of the fixed elemental slots and lines which to connect them at any rate vary. At any rate, that's the layman's explanation. In order to install quartz, first you have to have an open slot. By default, the central slot is open, but the other slots must be open at an Orbital Factory. Like this, it'll take a fair amount of Sepith too. EP, which is the Informagic, will also see a max increase according to the number of open slots. I recommend opening them all as soon as possible. So what is it you'd like to know about? Orbital Arts. Simply put, Orbital Arts are magic which should be discharged exclusively through the use of battle orbments. In other words, the number of peculiar effects that can be produced by using the orbital energy stored within these mechanical devices. Since orbital arts can be a mouthful, they are almost universally referred to as arts. Probably ought to have been called that from the get-go. O-arts. Orts. There are several types of arts, but in order to be able to use them, the corresponding quartz must first be synthesized in an Orbital Factory. Orbments are also set up so that once a particular quartz is installed into a slot, the owner will be able to use those arts. The type of arts one can use also changes depending on the elemental value and combination of installed quartz. Basically, if you want to use water arts, all you have to do is install water quartz with the water elemental value. In reality, orbments are much more complex than what I have described, but I think this information should suffice for now. So what else you would like to know about quartz? Quartz are circuits made from Sepith. Quartz have a vast number of effects and raise the owner's ability while simultaneously making it possible for them to use arts. However, you will not be able to harness any of these effects until quartz has been installed into a slot. However, there are also fixed slots in which only a certain type of elemental quartz can be installed. That being the case, when you synthesize a new quartz, be sure to check the orbment and decide where you'll be installing it ahead of time. So what is it you want to know about Sepith? Sepiths are fragments of septum which are dropped by monsters. They're divided into 7 types: Earth, Water, Fire, Wind, Time, Space, and Mirage. Sepith can be exchanged for Mira almost anywhere, but at the Orbital Factory it can be used to synthesize quartz and open orbment slots in which to install the synthesizer. Okay, it's kind of a lot of stuff, but I get it. It's a crafting system. So what do you want to know about? It looks like Mr. Melders has answered all your questions. If there's nothing else, then let's try to have you both try and use the services here. For that, you're going to need some Sepith. That month, you should be able to synthesize a few quartz. Now, I want you to begin first by making an elemental quartz that will work with each of your particular orbits. In your case, it's not any elemental quartz, okay? But for Joshua, it will have to be a time elemental quartz. Normally, at the shop, you would be able to exchange Sepith for Mira, but this training you will not be able to use the service. Time. So I'm gonna make this one, and for you I'm gonna make attack. up. Yeah, I fucked up. Oops. Oh no, this is the open slots, okay. And then for you guys, all quartz, okay, I'll give you attack 1. And for Joshua, time quartz. There you go. Alright, let's see we're able to synthesize one. Next, I want you to increase the arts you can use. There's all quartz in your armor, so you can use both recovery and attack arts. And it's all quartz in your arts, you know. Increase your armor to make sure that the recovery and attack arts divide over them. You can figure this out by looking at the arts quartz. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I fucked up. Yes. Quartz to your armor so you can use both recovery and attack arts. Armor solution. Recovery and attack arts is right. You figure out how to look at the arts and quartz charts in your bracer notebooks. Okay. Bracer notebooks. That's not correct. Status? Oh, yeah. Okay. Signals, fire, offense, action, speed, arts, time. Okay, I see. Might as well let this one, right? Okay. And then for our parts, okay. Right, looks like you got both recovery and attack arts set up. If you balance your arts out between each character like you've done here, it should be making dealing with monsters much easier. Additionally, your bracer notebooks contain information about which parts you allow you to use which arts. If you'd like to use more powerful arts, check out the arts and quartz charts in your arts and quartz charts in your bracer notebooks and find something that works for you. Alright, our training here is almost finished. Last of all, I'm going to have one of you open up a new slot in your armors. The more slots you have available, the broader range of choices you have. This evening, which is good by using your arts can have its max value by opening up slots. It would be a good idea to open them all early on. I want you to use this separate and open a slot on each of your armors. Go ahead and decide which slot you're going to. Okay. Open slot 2. Joshua. I have done a 7. I see you managed to open one of your orbit slots now. Since your central slot is not limited to operating element, you are free to install any time of parts you want. Okay. This concludes your training here at the Orbital Factory. Now it's time to move on to what you've been waiting for, the qualification test. Qualification test? Pardon? Did you just say test? You can't honestly tell me that you forgot about the test again, can you? Didn't I remind you just this morning? Now that you mentioned, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along those lines at the breakfast table. Sometimes I fear for the future of the Bracer Guild and humanity. Oh, well, no sense in worrying about that. Let's head over to the testing area. You mean like now? little less yapping and a little more walking. Hey, it seems like it's gonna be Joshua, help me. Mr. Melders, Freddy, thank you for all your help. Don't mention it, and good luck with that test of yours. We'll be rooting for you. I'm going to remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua. I mean, what can Joshua do? All your training has finally come down to this. Your qualification test will begin here. I expect to see you both use what you've learned up to this point. Understood. What's wrong, Estelle? Oh, Shara? What now? I was kind of wondering, but is there not going to be a paper test or something? Did Cassius drop you on your head as a child or something? That's a fucked up thing to tell someone. You just read what it said in the bulletin board not that long ago, right? Yeah, and I even made you jot down what you read in the bracer notebooks, unless you forgot that too. I'm pretty sure the job was to mention searching for and retrieving an item from the sewers. Ringing any bells yet? What a relief! Oh, divine idols. I give thanks to thee for thy infinite grace in bestowing upon us such wonderful gifts as sewers. So what you're really saying is that you thought it was a paper test. No wonder you're acting all crazy back at the horrible factory. I can already feel the nostalgia. All those horrible days stuck in the classroom are starting to feel like grand memories indeed. I'm really starting to wonder if we'll even be able to graduate at all. What's wrong with you? Why do you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce on what positive things? Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test, so how about the both of you try to look a little anxious? Just so you know though, if you happen to flunk this test, you don't even have to imagine the kind of homework I have in store for the both of you. We'll be fine, just tell us what you want us to do and let us loose. Well, if you're so confident, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your test? Anyway, as you both saw on the bulletin board, this test will be a search conducted in Roland's sewers. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest which has been placed somewhere within the area. The layout of the sewers is extremely simple, so you don't need to worry about getting lost either. However, there are real living breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless and let your guard down, you will be sorry. Also, let me give you this before I forget. Receive your monster guide. What's this book for? It's called a monster guide, and it's used to record information about monsters and other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it in here. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. You really got a good head on your shoulders, Joshua. That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tip, Shara. We'll put it to good use. Alright then, let's get pumped and knock out this test. Let's. Don't forget though, this is an exam. We should make sure we treat it as such. She is so carefree. Here comes everyone. Oh. Oh! Monsters at 12 o'clock. Careful not to take advantage of the blind sight. Got it. Monsters can be seen from far away. Oh. Engaging from behind is advantage. Kin. Oh, okay, it's this kind. That can end. Nothing to do with the monster. Right there. This is the guy. Ah! Okay, so there's movement involved. So I have to move. Okay, I can attack him now, right? Yeah, okay. I have to move. Why is it not attacking? That's a little weird. Okay.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Oh, it's voiced at the end, okay. That's cute. Juicy bone. Oh, not the bees! Pick up some more. The banana enemy some physical attacks may be ineffective. Let's use arts not physical attacks. Okay. Okay, wait. What are my skills? Oh, that's dead. The piss stream.
Piece of cake.
Let's try using crafts this time around. Since crafts have other effects besides dealing out damage, they're worth a shot. Roger that. So I am killing it with arts and crafts. Alright. So I getting a craft points by hitting stuff. Crafts are character-specific skills which not only deal damage but also have broad range of effects. Crafts consume CP, so increase strategy. Gauge by dealing outbursting damage in battle. Morale. Shout and encourage allies. Alright.
Come on.
That's quite the shout. Dual strike.